If you like golf and camouflage, then you're gonna love this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here with this OGIO golf bag. I saw this and I had to pick it up because I've been into a camo thing lately. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the look of this. It's what they call Arctic Camo, and this is a pretty decent sized golf bag, but OGIO has made really interesting golf bags, and I have been intrigued by them, and now we're gonna check them out. All right, the first thing I wanna do is take you on a quick tour of the features of this bag, and then I wanna give you some measurements, because this is actually a pretty big bag. It's not actually that tall, so it's 34 inches, but I kinda noticed that with this other ridge up here, kinda reaches 34.5 inches, so kinda keep that in mind. But I certainly love this divider up at the top. What this is kind of like a rubberized plastic. It's not super hard, but as you can see, instead of having a 14-way divider, we have these little single post holders on this side. And I think these are basically for your woods and your putters, and then all your other clubs would go over here, your irons, your chipper, all that jazz. And what I've noticed here is that they have these little indentations to help keep the clubs separate. I almost wouldn't mind that they were all individual compartments so that they would certainly keep them separate, because I feel like they'll just kind of move in one direction or another. But what I love here is the idea that you can keep all your woods and your putters separated. Now, it also has this big handle right here, your neck handle. These are pretty standard, but I love that this black part here isn't quite the harder plastic right there. It's a really grippy like rubber, and that same softer material is right here as well. So you should keep your clubs looking nice. It won't abuse any of those nice shafts that you have here. Now, if we go down this side here where it's more patterned, you can see we have a loop right there. We have the double backpack shoulder straps. I want to show you that the back here, while this is like a nylon covering, we do have these big foam dots there. So this should be a very comfortable, if not stylish. That is a bright electric blue. I think we'd call it blue sophisticato if this were a Maserati, or maybe Le Mans blue if this were a BMW. Something like that, maybe Le Mans blue. I'm not sure what the difference is between those. We also have a little bungee cord strap right here. I think this is for your umbrella, so you can tighten that down. And then on the back here, got this little strap holding your umbrella in. We have two legs. You can see we have a retention strap down there, so if you are moving this around in your car, you don't have to worry about deploying those, but otherwise it will deploy when you push this foot down and it will stand on its own. And then we have a big pocket right here. Obviously you can see that we have a shape holding piece of cardboard in there, but we also have the rain cover as well, so you'll have that. I love the little blue highlights. Just kind of gives it a little pop of color here. And then right here, what we have is a pocket, and as you can see, it's like a metal strip on both sides, so it wants to stay closed, but it's not a zip or anything, so you can just reach in here, get your stuff. And what I love is that it's microfiber, or like a felt lined pocket. We also have a little clip here, little D-ring right there, so that you can clip your keys in here. And this is very deep. Look how deep my hand is going down here. So if you have your phone, your wallet, your keys, all that can go in the valuables pocket there. It's not going to fall out. You can hear it kind of flip shut. It kind of reminds me of those metal wristbands that you would slap on your wrist and then they would curl up. So it's same kind of thing right there. The OGIO name right there, it's kind of like a heat applied rubber on the outside. Then we have another side pocket here. I love these pulls here. They're nice and wide open, so I can get my finger in there. And then we have a big pocket right there, which is nice. If we go around this side, we have jersey mesh material right here and a padded side, so as it's slapping against your back, you won't have to worry about that being uncomfortable or getting soaked with sweat. And then right down here on this side, we have another pocket. And I love this is an open pocket. This would be great for a water bottle, something that you want to keep at the ready, your Gatorade, or for some of you, your Haterade. And then another big pocket right there, big enough for even a pair of golf shoes. But I certainly would put a lot of golf balls in there because I use 3 or 4 on a hole, before they get lost. And then we're back to the dorsal part here. You can see we have a nice big handle right here. And this is like a heavy duty nylon or Cordura, but it's nice and slim. It's actually easy for me to grab. And then we have a ball holder right here, which I actually really love these because, you don't have to go digging in your bag for that extra ball when you want to take that mully. We also have little Velcro right here, so you could attach your glove, let it dry out, let it air out. And then we also have some elastic right here where you can put some tees. So you can have tees, balls, glove, all readily available to you. And then slide down here, again, a little more OGIO branding down here. And then we have up here on this top pocket, You can see this would be a great place to have your rangefinder if you wanted to put some more tees or something in there. It only goes down to about the tips of my fingers, but it's pretty cavernous right up there. And then right down here, we have another front pocket. You can see where the bottom of that pocket stops. And then we have a very big pocket right here. You can honestly put full dozen boxes of golf balls. I bet you could put 2 or 3 boxes of golf balls in there, some gusseting on the side here. And then if I zip this back up, we even have another one of these quick access hole right here into this pocket. So if you fill this pocket up with a bunch of loose golf balls, you can just reach in there, which is really nice without unzipping it, grab some golf balls. I actually love the design. I love this. I wish other golf bag manufacturers would put that in. That's really cool. And then you can see we also have little net pockets on either side here. So I guess those are really meant for your water bottles, but you can put your water bottle wherever you want. If you buy this golf bag, I won't judge you for putting the water bottle wherever you please. All right, now I do want to talk about size a little bit because size does matter. This is only 34 inches tall, which is actually shorter than some of the other golf bags advertised. A lot of them advertise 35, 36 inches tall, so I expected this to actually be on the shorter size. But as you can see here, compared to my standard Orlamar golf bag here, it's actually a little bit higher. I think part of that is because the top is flat all the way across, whereas most golf bags kind of have this hump, a little shorter pockets on the front and the back, and then the tallest pockets in the middle, whereas this is the tall pockets all the way across. But even still, like I said, this is about 34 and a half inches off the top, and this is 34 inches to the top here, even though this advertises itself as a 35-inch golf bag. Now, the other thing I want to show you here is if we just look at it top down, you can see how much bigger this is. It might not come across on camera that much, but it actually feels really bulky because of how big and open this is. I mean, you can just see that. And this is kind of your standard 9-inch opening here, but maybe because it's square as opposed to being more rounded, it just is really large. And then that kind of translates all the way down the golf bag here, because if I just look at these two golf bags, this golf bag looks big and bulky. Now, that's not a negative. It just might be what you want. It's not as big and bulky as a tour bag, but it kind of looks more like a tour bag than it does a stand bag, even though it is a stand bag. It's a hybrid. So it's kind of like a cart slash stand bag as opposed to this, which just advertises itself as a stand bag. But you can just see here, you know, it's a pretty big boy. You know, even the pockets there are pretty big. Now, I love it. I think the design is beautiful. I love how big it is. If you have a lot of stuff, if you're a person who carries a lot of gear with you every time you go to the golf course, then my friend, this is your bag. If you want something slimmer, then you can go with kind of your standard stand bags. But this hybrid bag means it's going to be a little bigger than your standard stand bag. But I don't know that there's a better looking golf bag in the business right now. And OGIO has made really good products for a long time. This woody hybrid golf bag by OGIO is certainly the bomb. If looking good and being well equipped is going to make your golf game a little bit better, I'll put a link to this in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever thanks to Peter. Peter Von Panda. Peter Von Panda.
If you like golf,